Howdy, hello, and welcome to our podcast, episode number 21. A twisted journey through crime and violence in 1990s lag. I'm Timothy, and I am here with my friend Thomas. Today, we're going to talk about a film called Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is a 1994 American independent crime film directed by Quentin Tarantino that tells four intertwining tales of crime and violence in Los Angeles, including two hitmen discussing their jobs over breakfast, a mob boss's wife who seeks revenge for her husband's murder, and an aging prize fighter facing one last bout. Well, Thomas, did you like Pulp Fiction?
Well, Tim, I found it passable, but I wouldn't say that I loved it. It had some interesting moments and a few clever dialogues here and there, but overall I thought it was just all right.
Well now, Tom, you know how much I love me some fiction, and this one is right up my alley with its non-linear narrative structure and its sharp dialogues. It really feels like a modern take on those old pulp magazines and crime novels from back in the day.
Yes, I can see how you might enjoy that aspect of it, Tim. But for me, personally, well, I've never been much of a fan of fiction to begin with. I prefer my stories grounded in reality, not these over the top crime tales filled with violence and profanity. It just doesn't resonate with me the same way it does with you.
Well, Tom, maybe if we talk about some of the characters or the plot points that stood out to us, we can find some common ground there. How about we start with Vincent Vega and Jules Winfield, played by John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson, respectively. I thought they were fantastic in their roles as the two hitmen discussing their jobs over breakfast.
Yeah, those two actors did a great job with their characters, Tim. But for me personally, I found myself more interested in the storyline involving Uma Thurman's character, Maya Wallace, and her husband, Marcellus Wallace. Their dynamic felt much more realistic and relatable compared to these two violent criminals who seemed to be just going about their day-to-day lives.
Yes, I can see where you're coming from with that, Tom. But let me stop you right there. I thought the relationship between Vincent and Jules was one of the most fascinating aspects of Pulp Fiction. The way they interacted and their shared background as hitmen really added depth to their characters and made for some great dialogues.
Well, Tim, I guess we'll have to agree to disagree on that one. But let's move on and talk about another part of the movie. One of my favorite scenes was when John Travolta's character, Vincent Vega, went to rescue Uma Thurman's Maya Wallace from her overdose in the bathroom. The tension built up so well during that scene, and it really showed how desperate he was to save her life.
Yes, I remember that scene well, Tom. It was definitely a pivotal moment in the film. But for me, personally, the standout part of Pulp Fiction has got to be the infamous Royale with cheese scene where John Travolta's character again discusses the intricacies of ordering a cheeseburger with Samuel L. Jackson's Jules Winfield. I just loved how they went back and forth about it, arguing over the proper way to order a burger.
Ah, yes, that was certainly an entertaining scene, Tim. But what about the storyline involving Bruce Willis' character, Butch Coolidge? His plot twist at the end where he decides to quit boxing and run away with his girlfriend, Fabienne, was quite unexpected and added an interesting element to the film.
Well, Tom, I have to say that while I appreciate your perspective on some of these characters and their storylines, I still find myself drawn more towards Vincent and Jules' dynamic as hitmen. Their banter during their various jobs throughout the movie really makes them stand out for me. But let's not forget about Harvey Keitel's performance as Winston the Wolf either. He was surely fantastic in, his role as the mysterious crime lord who always seems to have a solution for everything.
Yes, I agree, Tim. Harvey Keitel did an excellent job with his character as well. And speaking of characters, one thing that really stood out to me about Pulp Fiction was its diverse cast From all walks of life coming together in this dark and violent world, it made for an interesting commentary on society at large during that time period.
Well, Tom, I think we've covered quite a bit about Pulp Fiction here today. While we may not see eye to eye on every aspect of the film, it's clear that there are some truly memorable moments and performances throughout its runtime. It definitely deserves its place as one of Quentin Tarantino's most celebrated works.
Agreed, Tim. Despite our differences in opinion on certain aspects of the movie, I think we can both appreciate it for what it is. An iconic piece of cinema that has left a lasting impact on pop culture and the film industry as a whole.
That's a great point, Tom. Now let's talk about another aspect of Pulp Fiction that really stood out to me. Its incredible soundtrack, from Dick Dale's Misirlou to Dusty Springfield's Son of a Preacher Man. Every song in this movie perfectly captures the mood and tone of each scene. What did you think about the soundtrack, Tom?
Truly, Tim, the soundtrack for Pulp Fiction is just as iconic as the film itself. It really adds another layer to each scene, making it feel even more authentic and immersive. Some of my favorite tracks from the movie include Chuck Berry's You, Never Can Tell during the legendary twist contest scene, and Nancy Sinatra's Bang Bang during Maya Wallace's infamous dance routine. What about you, Tim? Do you have a personal favorite song from Pulp Fiction?
Well, Tom, it's really hard to choose just one favorite song from the soundtrack, but if I had to pick one, it would probably be Surfer's Wipeout. Not only does it perfectly capture the essence of the film with its energetic rhythm and catchy melody, but it also ties in nicely with Vincent Vega's character and his love for surfing. What about you?
I completely agree with you, Tim. Wipeout is an incredible song that really captures the spirit of Pulp Fiction. Another one of my personal favorites from the soundtrack has got to be Urge Overkill's cover of Neil Diamond's Girl. You'll Be a Woman Soon. The way they transformed this classic tune into a gritty, rock-infused anthem perfectly encapsulates the film's edgy and rebellious attitude.
That's such a great point, Tom. Pulp Fiction really is an incredibly rounded movie with amazing performances, memorable storylines, and a soundtrack that seamlessly blends different genres and eras of music. It's truly deserving of all the accolades it has received over the years.
I couldn't agree more, Tim. Despite our differences in opinion on certain aspects of the film, it's clear that Pulp Fiction is a masterpiece that will continue to inspire and captivate audiences for generations to come. And let's not forget about its lasting impact on pop culture as well. Just think about all those iconic quotes and references that have become part of our everyday language.
Truly, Tom, from the Big Kahuna to I don't like the way this tastes, there are so many memorable lines from Pulp Fiction that have become ingrained in popular culture. And let's not forget about those famous dance moves either. Maya Wallace's twist and the Ricky Bobby scene will forever be etched into our memories.
Now, Tim, I think we should talk about how Quentin Tarantino managed to get such a fantastic cast together for this film. Each actor brought their A-game and really embodied their characters perfectly. Take Uma Thurman's Mia Wallace, for example. Her portrayal of the beautiful yet vulnerable actress is nothing short of brilliant.
Agreed, Tom. Uma Thurman truly shines in her role as Mia Wallace, and it's not just her acting chops that impress. She also does an incredible job with the dancing scenes, particularly the one set to Dick Dale's Misirlou. Speaking of which, I think it's worth mentioning how skillfully Tarantino uses music in this film to enhance the mood and atmosphere.
Truly, Tim, the use of music in Pulp Fiction is nothing short of genius. As we mentioned earlier, each song perfectly captures the essence of its respective scene, adding depth and emotion. that would otherwise be difficult to convey through dialogue alone. But let's not forget about the other actors as well. John Travolta as Vincent Vega, Samuel L. Jackson as Jules Winfield, Bruce Willis as Butch Coolidge, and Harvey Keitel as Winston the Wolf all deliver incredible performances that make this film so unforgettable.
I couldn't agree more, Tom. The chemistry between John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson as hitman Vincent Vega and Jules Winfield is simply electric. Their banter during the Royale with cheese scene being a prime example of this. And let's not overlook Bruce Willis' performance as Butch Coolidge either. His character arc from hardened boxer to redeemed fugitive adds an interesting layer of complexity to the film.
It truly is amazing how well each actor brings their characters to life and how they all seem to mesh together so seamlessly. There's not a single weak link in this cast, which is really what makes Pulp Fiction such an iconic piece of cinema. And let's not forget the incredible direction from Quentin Tarantino, his unique storytelling, style, and ability to blend different genres and tones make this film an absolute masterpiece.
Well said, Tom. It's clear that Pulp Fiction is a true tour de force in every sense of the word, with its incredible cast, memorable storylines, and captivating direction. It's no wonder that this film has stood the test of time and continues to be celebrated by audiences around the world. I think we can both agree that it's truly deserving of all the accolades it has received and will undoubtedly continue to receive in the future.
I have to say, Tim, while we may have differed on some aspects of the film, it's hard not to appreciate just how well written and directed Pulp Fiction truly is. Quentin Tarantino has a unique ability to craft stories that are both engaging and thought-provoking, with characters that feel real and relatable despite their often unconventional circumstances.
Precisely, Tom. The way Tarantino weaves together these seemingly disparate storylines is nothing short of brilliant. Each character feels like they have a distinct voice and personality, which makes the film all the more captivating to watch. And let's not forget about his knack for creating iconic moments. From Maya Wallace's dance routine set to Son of a Preacher Man to the infamous twist contest scene, Tarantino knows exactly how to make an impression on audiences.
Well, said Tim, the attention to detail in Pulp Fiction is simply astounding. From the carefully curated soundtrack that perfectly encapsulates each scene's mood and atmosphere, to the meticulous set design that transports us into this gritty, neon-lit world of crime and violence. And let's not forget about Tarantino's signature dialogue. His use of profanity and pop culture references adds an extra layer of authenticity to these characters and their experiences.
It really is incredible how Tarantino manages to balance all these different elements so seamlessly, creating a film that feels both original and timeless at the same time. His use of non-linear storytelling also plays a huge role in this. By shuffling around the chronology of events, he keeps us on our toes as we try to piece together what's happening and how everything connects.
Agreed, Tim. I think that one of the reasons why Pulp Fiction has had such a lasting impact on audiences is because it subverts so many expectations, both narratively and stylistically. It challenges traditional notions of character development, morality, and even story structure by presenting us with these complex, flawed individuals who defy easy categorization. And the fact that Tarantino was able to pull this off while still maintaining an air of playfulness and self-awareness is truly remarkable.
Indeed, Tom, Pulp Fiction is a testament to Tarantino's skill as both a writer and director, and it stands as one of the defining films of its era. It has inspired countless imitators over the years, but remains unique in its ability to blend humor, violence, and pathos into a compelling whole. And Let's not forget about how this film has influenced popular culture, from the countless references and homages in other works of media to the very real impact it had on our understanding of what a movie could be.
Well, said Tim, there's no denying that Pulp Fiction is an absolute masterpiece, and I think we can both agree that it's one of those rare films that manages to transcend its medium and capture the imagination of audiences worldwide. It's a true cinematic achievement that deserves all the praise and accolades it has received over the years, and I, for one, am grateful to have experienced this incredible piece of art.
Precisely, Tom. While we may not always see eye to eye on our favorite films or aspects of cinema, there's no denying that Pulp Fiction is a true classic that continues to resonate with audiences today. It's a testament to the power of storytelling and the transformative impact it can have on both individuals and popular culture as a whole. And who knows, maybe one day we'll find ourselves in agreement about another film just like this.
Now, Tim, let's talk about the cultural impact of Pulp Fiction. I think it's safe to say that this film has had a profound effect on popular culture in numerous ways. From its iconic characters and dialogue to its unique storytelling style, Pulp Fiction has influenced countless artists and filmmakers around the world.
That's an excellent point, Tom. One of the most significant aspects of Pulp Fiction's cultural impact is undoubtedly its influence on popular language and slang. The film introduced a whole host of catchphrases and expressions that have since become part of our everyday vernacular, such as the Big Kahuna, Pussy Wagon, and, of course, Royale with cheese.
I completely agree, Tim. Not only did the film introduce these new phrases into our vocabulary, but it also gave us some memorable dance moves as well. Mia Wallace's Twist and the Ricky Bobby scene immediately come to mind. These moments have become iconic in their own right and continue to inspire imitations and homages in various media to this day.
That's very true, Tom. The film's influence extends far beyond just language and dance, however. Its impact on fashion and style has also been quite significant. The retro-inspired wardrobes of the characters, particularly Jules Winfield's iconic suit, have become synonymous with the film itself. And let's not forget about the soundtrack either. Its eclectic mix of genres and eras helped to popularize a whole new wave of music for a whole new generation.
Indeed, Tim. It's fascinating to see how this one film has managed to leave such an indelible mark on our culture. From inspiring countless works of art and media to changing the way we communicate with one another, Pulp Fiction truly is a masterpiece that transcends its medium. And who knows, maybe in another couple of decades, we'll be discussing how it influenced yet another generation of filmmakers and artists.
That's very true, Tom. Despite being released over 2 decades ago, Pulp Fiction continues to resonate with audiences today. Its unique blend of humor, violence, and pathos has made it a timeless classic that will undoubtedly be remembered for generations to come. And while we might not always agree on every aspect of the film or cinema in general, there's no denying the impact that this incredible piece of art has had on both U.S. as individuals and popular culture as a whole.
Well, Tim, as we wrap up our discussion on Pulp Fiction, I'm left feeling incredibly grateful for this film and all it has brought to the world of cinema. It truly is a masterpiece that will continue to be celebrated for years to come.
I couldn't agree more, Tom. Despite our differences in opinion at times, it's clear that Pulp Fiction is a film that has left an indelible mark on both of us and countless others as well. It's a testament to Quentin Tarantino's skills as a writer and director and the incredible cast and crew he assembled for this project.
And let's not forget about all the amazing references and homages it has inspired over the years. From countless parodies and pastiches to direct influences on other films and television shows, Pulp Fiction truly is a cultural touchstone that will continue to be felt for generations.
Absolutely, Tom. As we sign off tonight, I'd like to encourage all of our viewers to leave their thoughts and opinions in the comments below. We love hearing from you and engaging with our community. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great content just like this.
Yes, indeed, Tim. Remember to hit that like button, share this video with your friends and family, and tell us what you thought of our discussion on Pulp Fiction. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. End tagline. Thank you for joining us tonight on Tim and Tom's Film Nights. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts and opinions about Pulp Fiction. Until next time, good night and pleasant dreams.